What's going on, everyone? Talon here, and welcome back to another Marvel Future Fight video. Alright, as you probably saw in my last account progression video, I got Rogue to Tier 2, and as you know, that means I finally have all of the X-Men I need to get Phoenix. So, let's go ahead and unlock Jean Grey here and start working on her a little bit. So let's go ahead and claim Jean Grey. Perfect, alright. I've been wanting to use Jean Grey ever since the X-Men dropped, because she is one of my favorite characters. Alright, so let's go ahead and start working on Jean Grey a little bit here. So as you can see, I'm capped out at the Phoenix Feathers right now, so we'll do what we can on her to start off here. Thanks for the Dimension Rift. So let's go ahead and level her up. Of course, my limiting factor is going to be bios, because I've been using all of them to finish off Dormammu and Odin lately, so I don't have much left over, so hopefully we'll be able to level up at least to maybe 50 or 55, but we will find out. And I'm not sure if that glitch is still going on where it automatically removes the bios. Let's see. Yes, it's still going on. So, wait, is it? Yeah, it's probably going to get messed up. Look at that. I could just keep going, whoop, whoop. And then we do it again. Wouldn't that be funny if this actually worked? Get her all the way up to 40 just doing this. But no, it's going to give me an error probably right here. Level 25. Okay, yeah, that's about what it was supposed to be at. Anyway, let's go ahead and see if we can get her. We'll just use some of these bios here. Don't need that many of Groot's. Just need 150 so we can tier 2 him at some point. Also just need 150 of Thor so we could tier 2 him at some point. So we'll go ahead and get rid of those. It's kind of tedious now that we have to do this with only the characters that we can see on the screen here, because it automatically removes them if you scroll past them, which is really annoying. I hope they fix that soon. So let's see, we're going to use all of these bios here, and almost got her to level 40. Come on, just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so she's at level 40, so now we can start ranking her up a little bit. So let's go ahead. So the first one is 300 Phoenix Feathers, not too bad. Alright, there we go, 2 stars. And we can go another one, 500 Phoenix Feathers. A little bit more, but still not bad. There we go, 3 star. And now we're going to have to level her up a little bit more. So let's see, whose bios do we want to use for this? We'll just get rid of these last little bits here. I'm going to keep Captain Marvel's because I think I'm going to keep upgrading her uniform a little bit if I can. I don't really need Falcons, Winter Soldiers, Agent 13, Iron Fist. Of course, I'm keeping him at 150 so I can tier 2 him at some point. Same thing for Luke Cage. I'm going to end up tier 2ing him at some point as well. So that's why I keep some of these characters at 150 bios, because they're characters I'm planning to get to tier 2. It may not be early, or it may not happen very fast, but I will get them to tier 2 at some point. And Black Panther, I was farming his bios so I could get up to the 150 as well, but I might go ahead and just use him here because he might be a little bit down the line of my on my list to tier 2. Hulkbuster was another one, but Hulkbuster I've had ready to tier 2 for quite a while now, so I don't know if I should just go ahead and dump his bios or not. Alright, who else we got? We got 10 extra bios for Yondu. Got all of these. Alright, so we got to 45, so let's go ahead and get to the rank 4, or 4 stars. So now we need 800 Phoenix Feathers. Oh, 6 million gold, I didn't even realize. That's quite a bit of gold. Luckily we have a good amount of gold saved up, but still, that's quite a bit. Alright, so 4 stars, so I think we're going to be, so we're a little low on Phoenix Feathers now, so we're going to need some Phoenix Feathers to get any further than this. And of course I'm a little low on these Macron Crystals since I naturally tier 2'd Magneto, but we can use what we have right now to go ahead and get her a little bit up there. So we're going to be able to do 2 masteries on her. Not too bad. I never even looked. What was her leadership? So when debuff, remove debuff. So it's just same thing as Odin. Okay. So that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and can level up her gears a little bit. Yeah, so we need to be a higher level to do that. So I guess we're going to have to get some more phoenix feathers. So I'm going to have to start farming those up again, but the phoenix feathers come in quite fast actually, so it's not going to take that long to build up the phoenix feathers. So let's go ahead and cut back to when I have some more phoenix feathers and we'll get her ranked up a little bit more. Alright, and we're back with some more phoenix feathers here. So now we have enough to rank her up one more time. I'd leveled up her gears to 15. I leveled up one of her skills here that I could level up, the Bonds of Destiny, the Bonds of Destiny. So basically this just gives us a whole ton of stuff. So not really feeling like reading through all of that because there's quite a bit of stuff. But anyway, that's definitely a skill that you want to level up. So I did get her to level 50 as well. It does take a little while now to level her up just because of the that glitch with the bios or whatever, so that you have to be on the same page or whatever, you can't scroll through. But anyway, let's go ahead and get her to 5 stars here. So we're going to be using up 1,200 feathers and 9 million gold, so getting a little pricey here, Gene. Alright, so let's go ahead and rank her up. There we go, perfect. Alright, so we're getting close. So now we're going to try to get her to level 55. This is definitely going to be my limiting factor here, is my amount of available bios, which is very, very low. So hopefully I can get her to level 55. If I can get her to level 55, that's probably where she's going to stay for a while, because I doubt I'm going to have enough bios to get her any higher than 55. But as you can see, this takes a little while, because if I scroll up there, whoop, it unselects the bios. So kind of annoying. But let's go ahead and see if we get her anywhere close to level 55. So I am going to still be keeping 150 Thor bios so that I can naturally tier 2 him if I wanted to at some point. So that's why a lot of characters I'm keeping at 150. And of course, if I'm repeating myself from earlier, it's because it is a couple days later after me farming the materials. So I don't remember what I said in the earlier parts of this video so far, but let's see how close we can get her. A lot of the people that I have extra bios for are towards the bottom, so we should hopefully be able to get her to level 55, but again, I'm still not sure on that. So we're just going to go ahead and use these here. Yeah, because there's a lot of people I'm keeping at 150 bios, but I'm probably not going to get around to tier 2ing them for a long time, so I suppose I could probably use their bios. So Kamala Khan has some extra bios here, so let's get her down to 150 as well. I know I could use them on her uniform, but I kind of want to get Jean leveled up here, so we're just going to use the extra bios that I don't need for tier 2ing only for right now. So there we go, a little bit more. So level 51. What else we got here? Just the Moon Knight bios, pretty much the only thing I want to use on this page. What else? Alright, so let's go ahead and do... We could use those Wong bios, we can use some of these Caecilius bios here. And then we can use all of the Satana bios, so that's a little bit more going there. What else do we have? We got Fandral. We have a few extra Clea bios. We got some extra Hogan bios. We got extra Kate Bishop bios. We got extra Karnak and Gorgon bios, so that's nice. So is that all of the free bios I have? Oh no, we got the X-Men down here. Alright, cool. So, oh, Crystal has some extra bios too. I haven't been doing her mission. I wonder where those extra bios came from. Anyway, we'll use those extra 50 bios that we have of her. And then we're going to be using... we have Cyclops at tier 2, and we have Storm at tier 2, so we could use all of her bios. Beast, we don't have Beast at tier 2. I do have all of his gears at 20, though, so I could technically just farm him up later, but I don't know. But we have Rogue at tier 2, we have Magneto at tier 2. Oh, there we go. Magneto bios were enough, so that's good. So we were able to get her to level 55. Perfect. Now we have a little bit more mastery we can do, not much, probably just 2 more rounds of mastery, I would think. So let's see what we can get here. So 3-star mastery, and yep, 4-star mastery is going to be as far as we can get her. So not too bad. Alright, so now we just have to wait until we get 1600 Phoenix Feathers, and we can actually get her to 6 stars, which is very nice. I'm really excited for getting Jean Grey leveled up here, and yeah, at 6 stars is going to be the next skill that we want to level up. So I guess we'll wait till that. So let's go ahead and cut back to when I have 1600 Phoenix Feathers. Alright, and we are back for the final rank up or level up here for Jean. As you can see, the UI has changed, and that's because the update just dropped for 3.3. So yeah, it took me a little while to build up the last bit of Phoenix Feathers that I need, so it was over about a week I think it took to get Jean Grey to 6 stars. So let's go ahead and finally get her ranked up to 6 stars. So here we go. It's going to take 1600 Phoenix Feathers and 10.5 million gold. That is a lot of gold. But we're going to do it. Alright, say bye to all that gold. This is kind of tough. Alright, there we go. Alright, she's at 6 stars. Very nice. I can finally add her to the list of 6 stars. Very good. And of course native tier 2, so very, very nice. And actually we have some of these Macron crystals built up too, because it took a while to get those feathers. So let's see if we can finish mastering her. We might actually be able to. And yes, we can. Alright, so we can fully master her as well. That's really nice. But again, that was another like 5 million gold gone right there. So now, yeah, we went from 41 million gold to 25 million gold. So Jean Grey definitely ate up a lot of gold there. But now she's finally pretty much done. So I did get a ISO 8 set on her. We do have Overdrive, which I think is a really nice set for her. Of course, I didn't have enough fully awakened ISO 8s to give her, so right now I just kind of have some placeholders in there. There's a few of them that are on their way that I can level up because I do have quite a bit of just regular 6-star ones laying around to feed into these. So I'll probably do that a little later, but of course that's going to take up some gold, so kind of want to wait a little bit on that. And speaking of spending more gold, we now have her last skill unlocked, and it is one that we want to level up. So we're going to have to go ahead and dump some gold in here. So let's go ahead and get this leveled up to level 6. Alright, perfect. So she's looking good now. So 45% all attack, 10% all speed, 45% crit rate, and then 80% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, all damage immunity, invincibility effects. So very nice, and that lasts for 10 seconds. And the skill is on a 7.5 second cooldown. So you can pretty much have that up all the time if you're manually playing her, which is really nice. This is also something that's new with the update. It gives you these character usage tips. So Jean Grey Phoenix, let's see, Bonds of Destiny and Phoenix Awaken give buff effects and shoot out projectiles that target enemies, making it effective when used first in battle. Bonds of Destiny also activates a HP recovery or HP regeneration proportional to the total damage received, making it especially strong in certain situations. So they kind of give you little tips here on, I guess, how to play the character maybe, or what's good about the character that you may want to look into or something like that. So, I mean, that's not bad. I haven't looked at all of the usage tips. Hopefully they're all actually useful, because I mean, that's good. Start off with your buff effects, of course, and then it tells you about her HP regeneration. But anyway, so where was her HP regeneration? It was on Bonds of Destiny, this one here that we leveled up that has the wall of text that I really don't feel like going through. But anyway, let's go ahead and give her a custom gear now. So I have been saving one for her that was really nice, and it's right here. So we have a 31% fire damage, 41% recovery with a 200% damage proc, which I really want to give to Jean Grey. I mean, I'm tempted to give it to Dormammu, but I don't know. I kind of want to put on Jean Grey and make her a beast. because I know she'd probably be better suited for a invincibility obelisk, just because she's not really going to be used in Extreme Alliance battle, which is kind of the main reason you want to have a damage proc. But I will be using her against Ebony Maw in the World Boss Ultimate, because my Dormammu doesn't seem to do too well there. So I have not been able to beat him, so hopefully Jean will get me my clear there. So I'm going to be giving this obelisk to her. So yeah, here we go. Boom, alright, so she now has a 200% damage proc, and that recovery probably will be pretty nice as well. So let's see what else we can do with her before we test her out. So we're going to see if we can level up these gears at all. We only have 150 Phoenix Feathers, so I'm not expecting too much here, but I would love to get all of her gears to 17 to get that extra little bump in these stats. Well, actually, now we get all of these stats condensed anyway, so it's not like it unlocks the second tier or something, but as you can see, it's now just going to give you the two normal stats that you would have on the character, so the two orange stats that they would normally have before the update, and then the third stat right there that's in orange is part of the new update, where it just gives you all attack as a base roll for all of the gear slots that you would normally have from your gear, from 15 to 20, all of those stats, and just gives it to you in one flat value as all attack. So you can't, choose physical attack, energy attack. You can't choose any of the other options that were on the first gear, which those are the only ones I roll, so I don't even remember what the other options were. But anyway, it just gives you the all attack roll, and it does give you it at perfect stat roll, I believe. I'm not 100% on that, but I believe it's a perfect stat roll for it, so you don't have to worry about any varying stats. What is this? Sturdy gear. Oh yeah, that's part of the new daily missions. One of my daily missions was to level up a gear. So let's see if we get a big bump here or not, from getting from 16 to 17. Yeah, it looks like it was a decent bump. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and get these gears to 17 as well. And this one, of course, defaults to all defense, so you can't choose any of the other options there. We've been getting pretty lucky with these rolls so far, haven't we? They've been all 1s or 2s, or have I just been missing the bad rolls? And this one autos to HP, when normally if you wanted to, you could choose like recovery rate or something else. Normally I would only choose HP or recovery rate, or dodge, I believe, was another option on this. A dodge was useful on some characters. But now, now it's defaulted to HP, which is fine. Ooh, that one took 5, so there was a pretty bad roll. All I want is to be able to get this to 17 and I will be happy, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen because I just used up everything. Yep. And then this one is one that you can change yourself, so you can roll whatever you want. Ignore defense is fine for me right now, I believe. Actually, she does need some skill cooldown because we're only at 41%. And now, for the details page here, all of your alliance bonuses are included in this now. So you do want to have your skill cooldown showing as the as 50% here. You don't want it to be 36%, because that will mean that you're missing a lot of skill cooldown. Now you actually do want to see 50% here, so that is something to note. So let's actually try that out. Let's re-roll this last option here and see how much skill cooldown we actually get out of this. So we're going to go from 41 to, let's see what we would go to. Alright, if we can get the skill cooldown here. There we go. Alright, so now let's see what we're at. 44%. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. Alright, so what else do we need to do on Jean Grey? We need to level her up, but I know for a fact that I'm not going to have enough bios to level her up, and they actually, what the patch said, they fixed this. Okay, cool, so it's not removing those bios, so now we should be able to just fly through here a lot easier. I think I'll save those for leveling up Black Cat's uniform. We'll use our extra group bios here. because I don't have him at tier 2 yet, so we're going to keep the 150. Use Gamora, Ultron, Loki. We got some extra Daredevils, Dr. Octopus. Alright, let's just keep going. Keeping those Destroyer bios because I do want to level up his uniform again when I get the chance. I just leveled up Captain Marvel's uniform, so I guess I'll just throw in those extra bios. We've got a few extras here. Black Panther, I finally got him to 150 bios, so he's ready to tier 2 if I feel like it. Got a few extra bios here. And definitely is not going to be enough to even... I don't even think we're going to get her to level 57 with the bios that I have remaining, but we will see. I might be pleasantly surprised. Alright. We're going to save... Actually, Spider-Gwen has a uniform now. And Miles, I was building up for tier 2, so we're keeping those. Let's see, we got some extra Kamal Khan bios here. Let's use those up. We got Moon Knight, Sharon Rogers, of course we're saving those for her uniform. Gwenpool, saving for uniform. We can use the Caecilius bios, I don't need those. We can use Satana bios, I don't need those. We can use our extra Clea bios. So we're starting to get a little bit of progress here. We have extra Hogan, we have extra Kate Bishop. Who else we got extra? Kid Kaiju now has a uniform, so we're going to save those bios. Cyclops we don't need Storm, we don't need Rogue. Beast is not tier 2, so we need to get up to 150 bios with him. And then last but not least, we have these Magneto bios to use, and that looks like everything. Yep, alright, well that's all the bios I have to use, so like I said, I didn't think we were going to get too far, but we got to level 57, so not bad. So now it's finally time to play around with Jean Grey a little bit, so just take her into World Boss and see how fast she can get through there. At level 57, she's still going to probably destroy everything, so let's go over there. Okay, so here we are, today's World Boss. We have Supergiant. We're just going to go ahead and take in Jean Grey, use her own leadership. Which is the remove debuff, so be nice against Supergiant's Fear, and then we're just throwing in 2 random characters here because I don't want them striking for her, so I just want to try her out on her own. Of course, we get no bonuses that way, which is fine, because I just want to see how she does on her own, and we're going in with no strikers, so let's see Jean Grey in action here. Okay, here we go. So let's see. What was our buff skill? This one, I believe. There we go. Then we'll just fly around here a little bit and see if we can get the damage proc on our 5th skill and watch the damage add up. There we go. That time freeze is pretty nice on the 2nd skill. Alright, so damage is looking really nice. So definitely very, very powerful, as everyone already knows, because whoa, that was a lot of damage at the end there. Must have got that damage proc on the skill, because a lot of people already have Jean Grey. I was a little slow to the party, but of course I didn't spend any money getting extra feathers or anything like that, so I just got her naturally over the period of time, which happened to be up until now. So that's a look at Jean Grey here. Hopefully, if you don't already have her unlocked, you'll be getting pretty close to, because like I said, it took me about this long to get her without using any, without spending any crystals to augment the process. And also, I did have the Magneto pack from day 1, so that is something that helped me keep getting Mcron crystals and Phoenix feathers. And for the X-Men, getting them to tier 2, I did have some tickets. I used one of the mega rank up tickets that we got from the login bonus, and then I had some, then I had 1 extra mega rank up ticket, so I had 2 to use, and then I had some regular 4 to 5 star rank up tickets that I used in conjunction with farming some bios. But anyway, that was a look at Jean Grey. Definitely an extremely powerful character, well worth the grind to get her. She's worth investing in, and yeah, that looks like that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.